Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Dr. Thomas. We are Consciousness Conversation. We are back. Thank you for the hiatus of last week. And thank you for everyone who reached out with sympathy. Thank you. I truly appreciate that. And today we're going to be talking about these accelerated energies. So, how are you this week?
I'm well. It's February. Whole new month. Isn't that good?
It is. It is.
No,
And
it's good.
yeah, and we're in the energy of 2-2 today.
2, 2, 2, 3. So 3 twos and 3 at the end. Look at that.
Yeah. And, I actually was brought this topic in meditation this week because I don't know the name of it. I could look it up, but the short story is we're not going to be seeing this comet again in our lifetime, no matter where you are in your lifetime, because it comes around once every 50,000 years. But I know that it's also ramping up the energies right now and helping to shift us into this new earth. And so I know that we've talked about ascension symptoms before, but I was really brought to it in my meditation because these are accelerated energies and the symptoms are more and they're a little different, but they're very present, very present. Hello, Darlene. Hello, Cynthia. And for myself, who's felt ascension symptoms for the past 5 years as I've been, accelerating energetically in this quantum energy field. Even myself, I've been experiencing, oh, awesome, Darlene. She saw the comment this morning.
1 sec.
Different.
Okay. It's no big deal that you don't know.
Different ascension symptoms. Siri is talking to me. Yikes. So things like third eye activation really happening for many of us. So bridge of the nose, sinus issues, headache. There's a lot of that right now, as well as the body vibrations, the ear ringing. I've been experiencing that myself quite a bit. And that's not something in any of these times of ascension in this quantum energy for myself that I've ever really dealt with the ringing of the ears. So that's been new. So what I would say is whatever you're feeling right now, just know that you are not alone and that it is this accelerated energy that's bringing us into this quantum field as we ascend into new earth vibration frequencies. And for many people, especially if you've not been on a spiritual awakening path or you don't know anything about ascension symptoms, like it can be a lot. It can be a lot. And one of the things in the meditation was that I was brought to, and because for myself, it was like I was asking Spirit, what can I do? What can I do to help myself? What can I do to get more sleep? What can I do to not experience all this ringing in my ears, the headaches that, I don't want to take pharmaceuticals for. So I'm drinking my tea and I'm, trying to do as much as I can holistically. But, it really was, I don't want to say it was taking me out in any way, but it was definitely making life a little challenging. And one of the beautiful things that I've been brought to in the past week is we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We don't have to look for something different. We don't have to look for something new. What we need to do is really get grounded into what has always worked. And so the big aha moment that I had in this meditation for each and every one of us was how getting back into being present, grounded, and really in touch with your heart space is going to absolutely help. But the piece that you can do, the active piece that you can do is the breathing, is really getting in touch with your breath, really taking intentional time to focus on breathing mantras, breathing meditations, any kind of breath work. And I know there's a lot out there. And to be honest with you guys, I haven't really done a lot of research into it. But one of the things they were bringing to me specifically in these energies to help us is the breathing or the breath work that you do, where you're actually going to be activating your sympathetic nervous system. You're actually going to be taking the fluid in your spine and helping it come up into your pineal gland. So you want to do those very deep breathing meditations where you're really taking that breath all the way down and you're really pulling that breath all the way up. And it really felt for me that it was very much like a quantum breathing practice, like really breathing in a way that you're getting in connection with your multidimensionality, right? You're really activating that pineal gland and those crystals in there. And I know we've had that conversation before.
I was just going to say, we've had a conversation and we demonstrated it. So let me demonstrate it again.
Okay.
It is not you, me. It is very simple. It is. If you breathe in and you hold the breath and let the breath flow down your lungs, but really not down your lungs. It's going to come down your lungs, but it's going down your spine, really. It hits the base of your spine. And at that point, you are now following that breath up your spine. What you're doing at that point, you're moving the energy, because this is where it all goes to. This is where most of us, the energy is there in our lower 3 chakras. We want it here, and we want to activate the pineal gland. So you breathe in, hold it while you follow the breath, and you're squeezing it down, and then you're releasing it up through your spine, and you're going to stop right at the top of your spine, the top of your head, right here. So you're going to breathe in and stop it there and hold it, like squeeze the top of your head where your pineal gland is. And then you let it out. You want to hold it right there for a second or two, because that's the activation part. But what you're doing is you're breathing in. Your energy is going to where it should be in the body, and then you're breathing up the energy. You're saying, now we're going to move it up where it all sits, to back up to our head, and the explosion that's happening in the pineal gland, which is then activating that, activating who you are. Now, when you have this, it's a simple breathing. If you just need to breathe, if you're going through an intense moment, then you just need to breathe. Like, gosh, that's like that. What you can do, like I just did there, I breathed. I mean, the breath, it went like that, right to the pineal gland. Didn't even have to go down or up. It just came right in, just like, whoop, went right up. You can do that. Once you get used to it, it can go right there. And that just puts in what it does. It actually releases melatonin into the body. Melatonin is a healing chemical. Yes, we take it to help us sleep, but it heals the body, calms the body. And so doing this type of breathing, when you are feeling these anxiety, this stress, anything that's going around yourself, what it's going to do is just calm you. And then, if you're ready, it will activate. And you, based on where you're at and what you're ready for doing and where you're at your journey and all this stuff and blah, 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 because it's all different for everyone, will determine what's going to happen next. But as you feel these energies that are happening, this ascension that's happening, what we are about to step into, having this is not a meditation breath. This is an activation breath that has been proven by science. Dr. Joe Dispenza is where I got this from, and he actually Greg Braden too. They both say the same thing. One's a medical doctor, one's an archaeologist. I mean, this is science.
Yes.
Telling you how to do this and how it works.
Yes.
And that's what activates the people and who we are and where we're going, and how we can further go. We've had this conversation about that, like 10th chakra. It was a physical. In the ancient days, the pineal gland was the last chakra, and it was a physical piece of the body. It was physical. And as everything changed and our humanity changed, and we went from a more balanced but matriarchal society to a less balanced patriarchal society, the physical part of the body changed. So that it's still there. It's just not as seen as there anymore. It's not as prominent and it's used, but now we're stepping back into a balanced society, a balanced consciousness, which is going for that.
And I think that, that's why my guides were bringing this to me in my meditation, because right now there's just so much information out there, but it's like everybody's kind of looking for the newest, the latest, what can I do, or where can I go? What can I learn? All you need to do is go within. All you need to do is go within and really allow yourself to get into that connection. And what you're doing with these breathing exercises is you're becoming very present. You're activating the biological process of what I call the antenna, like raising your antenna, getting in connection with your team of guides, angels, ascended masters, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, stepping into your clairs. Because right now, with these accelerated energies, with the comet, with the Schumann resonance, with just so much going on in the planets, the universe, it's really putting us in a frequency that we haven't been in for a very long time. And this new frequency is really starting to reveal things, but it's also starting to make people feel very uncomfortable. And it can really kind of dump you into some kind of fear if you're not aware of what's going on and how to manage your own energy as things are shifting and changing around you, because the anxiety is being ramped up. People are struggling with, anxiety, depression, mental health. And it's the energy, because again, we're not just one thing, right? We're not just mental, we're not just physical, we're not just energetic, we're not just emotional. We're all the things. And so when you've got one thing really off balance, it pulls you kind of apart in a way that makes you feel unstable or not safe. And so by really allowing yourself to come into connection with yourself, getting present, and feeling that connection, even if you're not someone who feels like you're intuitive, or you're not someone who feels like you've got any gifts, that's not what this is about. This is about you simply feeling that power within you, that instinct within you, your own gut, your own energy, and what's going on with you. Whether you're having the ascension symptoms, whether you're feeling like your life is falling apart. Because here's the thing, energetically, as you're being raised, now you're going to start feeling it, the internal is raising, and now the external is going to shift and change. So you might be having that breakup. You might be losing that job. You might be, having that falling out with that friend that you've had forever, because you don't resonate anymore. You're not in the same plane. You're not in the same. So it's really shifting us in many different ways. And each and every one of us are experiencing this very differently. Some people, it is that external shift in their world. For some people, it's that very internal shift.
And you brought up a couple things there were key words to what I wrote down and talked about. And I haven't told you this yet either. So
no, you didn't.
So let's start with one of the basics. As you go through a shift like this, one of the key things you must understand, and you have to understand, and it's very tough for many people on here listening to this to understand, is we are no longer in the old energy.
Mm.
We talked about this before. We talked about it. I'm going to go back to karma. Karma is no longer valid. Yeah. What karma does is karma pushes you where you want to go. The new consciousness, new age we're in, you push what you want. And you imagine, I don't have a ball. Imagine here we go. This balloon filled with, I don't know what it is, like a stress ball like your daughter's made. Imagine this is with you. And you're rolling it in front of you like a soccer ball, kicking it, you're moving it. You are directing where it is to go. So the first thing is, in the past, the ball would hit you, and you have the aha moment because it's pushing you where you want to go. The ball is now in front of you, and you are the guy. So this is a whole different paradigm, a whole different way of thinking. And so what this goes into is you kind of mentioned the idea of getting us into depression, getting us all this. So hope. Everyone talks about hope. All right. So anyone that listened to Crying last night, you know where I'm going. If you didn't, It's the free one, so it's on YouTube, okay? Hope. Hope is not what you think it is. The true aspects of how hope works is not what you think. I'm going to hope and just let it be. That is the old way.
Mm.
Be pushed into it. The first thing to know about hope is not that faith in letting it all go and it's going to happen. Because that's how it was in the past. It was all up to chance. We're in a different way. Hope is actually like an energy of projection. We are projecting it now. And so when you have hope for something, it is going back to what we talked about before and other things, how you manifest, how you bring this forward. You are the energy that can now project that which you're hoping for out in front of you. Because you are the designer of hope. You are the one that is designing this, putting this all together, because you, within yourself, are connected with the source, with spirit. It's inside you. It's ingrained in you. It's part of you. I mean, I've gone through and I've told you how the DNA says God eternal within the body. Our DNA has God's signature on it saying, hey, I made you. Okay? So we are all part of that. And we are now in the place where when you have hope, it now no longer comes from, whatever's going to happen, is going to happen. It comes from, this is what I want to happen. This is how I want my life to be. I'm going to start pushing this ball forward. I'm designing my own life. And then with that, the key is you're designing it with benevolence. Goes back to the beginning part of this. I push the energy in front of me for a solution that is for my highest good. So this is what I'm looking for. I'm going through this energy. I'm going through this change. I'm not letting it impact me. I'm saying I'm feeling that energy. And now what do I want to do with it? I want to grow. I want to have this. I want to be abundant. Whatever it is you want, it's your time. Say, this is what I want to step into my own. I want that for my highest and greatest good. And you say that. And you affirm that. And that pushes it forward. Because what hope does, it heals. When you have hope, and you know you are the creator of this hope, you are this energy, you are the energy pushing the hope, pushing that which you want forward. You are now seeing that I know from my highest experience, because I put this benevolence behind it. I'm one and connected with everything. I put this on there. What is going to happen for my highest experience good is there. You are now releasing, guess what? The melatonin and the other chemicals inside your body too, and your DNA is like, woohoo, this is lovely. And then it goes to, guess ready for what you said, it removes depression. It removes despair. Because what you've done is you've realized, one, it's not just a faith, a blind faith I'm going to have. That's how it was before, blind faith being pushed by karma to where you want to go. You are now the energetic distributor. You are the energy of projection. You are putting it out there. You are the designer because you are connected to source. Sources with you, whether you get your guides on, it doesn't matter. It's not even about that. It's inside you. You said that many times. It's inside you. You go within. You are the source. You are the creator inside of you. So that way, you now are the energy. You are the energy. You are the creator. You are putting that ball in front of you. And you're saying, this is what I want. This is what I'm going to have for. This is the hope I have is for this to happen. Hope is for this. And I'm going to leave it in benevolence. I'm pushing out there for the divine solution. For the divine solution.
So let's go to Karen's comment, because I think this is perfect. But it's always seemed there's a stumbling blocks in every step, and when we think we find our way.
It's not a block. It's so the challenge. You said that. You're talking okay. I don't should be in that. Don't bother. The challenge is, we love you very much. The challenge really is for these people is you are from the old energy. So to make the switch, which is very hard to do, It can be done simply, but it is truly very hard for humans to do. You make the switch and you start knowing that you are an energy, you are the source, and you're pushing it forward, but you have not released everything. Very, very hard to do. And so you've still got these obstacles in front of you that need to be taken care of. They're going to slow you down because they are doing multiple things. One is they are a test. The testing is not as much, but they're testing you. Do you really want this? But two, you still have that doubt in yourself. You still have that doubt there from the past that is still out there. And so the blocks come. What you need to know when the blocks come is I'm still moving forward in the divine solution that I am creating this energy from. I am pushing the energy forward. I'm the designer and projector. And when something else comes in, I'm like, because I cannot control the other people. I can only control how I react to them. I can put out my energy and go for the divine solution, and I put out there what I want into this little ball. But Mary, Joe, Sue, Bob, whoever next to me could do something different. They have that free right too. So that comes into play. The past comes into play. A lot of things. But for us, meaning you as human, for you, it's understanding the divine solution is there. A hiccup. Oh well, the hiccup comes in. What will I do to keep moving in the direction I'm supposed to? And maybe it means I turn left and go that way. It happens to us all the time. Do you not see that? All of us, it happens to him all the time. Things randomly change. Something cancels, so then you got two choices. Oh, the change, the block is in front of me. I'm gonna go duh. Or oh, the change is in front of me. Well then let me go this way. Or I don't do that now, I do this instead. I make a choice and I continue going forward. But too many of us see that block in front of us where they can't get over this, and you don't think, oh, I can open the bag up, take the flower out, move the bag over, put the flower back in, and move forward. There's solutions to everything, but you don't know when everyone sees the first answer and gets, oh my goodness, despair, and they're so stuck in the first answer. I stop now. Thank you. Go.
And that's what I love about this quantum energy. If you can be open to this blocks being revealed and also shown the way around it. And for us humans, we can struggle with that because it may not look how we want it to look or how we thought it was going to look. We're really still trying to control the narrative, right? We're still trying to will our situation to be what we want. And this is where we have to sit down and allow the energies to open up through hope, surrender, and then move forward from that empowered place and accept what that moving forward looks like. Because if you're trying...
Stop with the one word there you said, surrender. Let me clarify this. Hope, surrender. It's not a surrender to... This goes back to that faith idea. It's not surrender. It's a surrender to divine good. And I'm pushing my energy out in that right direction. So when you hear the word surrender, we're here to let go. Because we've said this, and now I'm clarifying it because it's time to clarify. Because we are talking about you're in the new energy.
Yeah.
We talk about letting it go, releasing, and surrendering to the highest greatest good. That itself is evolving to where we need it to be now. Everything we've learned in the past was learned and told us at a time because for that moment in time, we needed it. Now, when you say the word let it go, release, surrender, what that is saying is more of I am the divine creator of my destiny and what's in front of me. I am the energy boom that's now pushing forward what I want. I am now going to surrender to the divine intervention, the divine solution within this is that I want. I'm looking for abundance, and let's just say financial freedom. You're looking for financial freedom. You're looking for the love in your life. You're looking for a job. You're looking for just peace in your life. How it comes about is what we would call surrendering before. But now what you're doing is that divine solution is there. Your own energy is projecting out, And you yourself are the designer of what you are projecting out. But how it comes about is what that's the how. The last part, the how and the solution, that is what you are surrendering.
Yes, and I always say the how and the when, because there's also that piece of the timing. We never really know the timing either. So that's why it's so important to let go of the how and the when. But you're right. We are the co-creator. And so I try to help people understand that surrendering is not the sitting back, twiddling your thumbs and waiting. It's very proactive in that now you're going to keep doing and taking the steps you're being guided to take with letting go of the how and the when. You're still very much in control and co-creating your reality, but you're not sitting home twiddling your thumbs waiting for something to, fall out of the sky and hit you on the head. It's not the way it works.
The blocks are of both. There are these blocks, these things that come in front of you are many, many things based on many situations because there's so many variables that are out there. Now, they are going to be put into your field because they are meant to be in your field for some reason. It could be because it was an old karma thing that you had to really acknowledge. It could be that you are in a cycle and you are repeating. And you will always repeat until you understand that this block is here and you gotta get rid of it. It could be because Bobby Joe Sue down the road just interfered with you. It could be anything. The key is not how the block got there. It's how you act upon when the block is there. That is, even the old karma, it's how you act upon it. It's not about going back and reliving that karma and saying, oh my goodness, what did I do 10 months ago? No, it's about, it is there now. How am I going to act now? Bobby Joe Sue jumped into my field, not supposed to be there, but it's there. How am I going to act now? It's about the now when those blocks come in. And what you will learn from them is lessons. You really will learn the lessons because then when the next block comes in, you're even less perturbed. And the next one, you're like, oh, it's a little pebble. I can walk right over it. The next one, you won't even see because you will be so able to just go with the flow of the life that you have that it won't bother you anymore. And you'll be like, oh, well, this is changing, so now we're going to do this instead. Oh, we got to meet 5 minutes later. That's okay. Oh, you gave me a different solution? Oh, you know what? It's better than my solution. So we do that one. It would just come much more easier and quicker for you to get past it. But it's about the now. There is very little reason to need to go back and then relive that, to discover what is behind you. I had a friend who was, she had to find a soulmate that she had lost and she knew which one it was. And then she found him and she's like, yay! And then she's like, oh shit, no! Why not like the way he's supposed to be? But that was the block that was thrown in front, and then she wheeled in front of her. And then she had to determine how to act. The same thing. You have to determine how to act about everything. And if you keep on missing it and acting in the wrong way because you are picking it up and carrying it with you, then it's going to come back, and you're going to come back, and you're going to come back until you do it the right way to move yourself forward.
And you mentioned getting present and being present and making your choices and decisions from that presence. And that's where we're going to go back to becoming present and how to do that. And if you're really struggling with the revolving thought patterns or the distraction, breathing, drop down into your breath. Drop down into your breath. Use breathing. Meditation. What's that?
So Joanna, 100% yes. Not even everything that's unfamiliar. Everything is new that comes in front of you. And it's in front of you. It's there. And it's in your space, it's in your now. And so this is where you can make those decisions, those choices. And listen, sometimes you're like Michael Thomas in The Journey Home. You gotta carry it with you. And sometimes you see it, you acknowledge it, you accept the feelings that come with it. And then you say thank you and you move on. But it's always new. It will be, if it's a repeating thing, it'll be an old thing in a new form. because it just needs to go there so you understand and take the action that you. When I say the word right, when they say the word right, it's not about you making a right or wrong choice. It's about the agenda that you have that aligns with your highest grade is good. That would be the right choice. It doesn't mean it is the right choice. It just means that's the choice that aligns with what you are truly aiming for. Choosing the other choice is not wrong. It is right also, but it'll take, instead of being a month, maybe you're talking 4 months before now you get to the next spot you wanted to go to because you made that choice. Getting where you
For
want
4
to,
years.
right. Getting is where you want to be is going to happen when you are ready. When you are ready.
Thank you, everyone. There it is, 30
Didn't
minutes.
stop.
We did it again. I know. Guys, if you need any more information on Dr. Thomas, please check out the description box for his links to his YouTube channel and TikTok. And all of the information in the description box is there for myself as well. And you can find everything you need at guidance311.com. For those of you that are really struggling or feeling the blockages or not understanding this new energy and what it's all about. So we're here for you. All right. We'll be back next week. Stay tuned as to what we will be talking about. We will wait for Spirit to let us know. Have a beautiful rest of your week. And those of you in my membership, don't forget tomorrow night we will be together for the monthly message for my channeled guides, my guides to help me channel what February is going to bring us. And also, for those of you in the area, I will be in person at the Eclectic Hedge 1 to 5 doing mini readings, 20-minute readings, and all that information is on my website in the event tab. Grab your ticket so you get to the front of the line. All right, guys, have a beautiful rest of your day. We'll talk soon.
Ta-ta.